Today we will be installing an acrylic bathtub. You can see it in the background. The length of the bathtub is 70 centimeters, length 160. And it doesn't fit in the bathroom. So on one side it will be recessed by 2 centimeters. On the other side, 7. And after that, we will reach the required depth. The legs already attached here. With special screws. With a length of 6 millimeters. At a distance of 17 millimeters from the center of the drain, the holes, the height of the legs varies depending on the required size. The bathtub is insulated with regular foam applied in a thin layer, which will provide additional sound and thermal insulation. We make a mark on the wall at a height of 62 centimeters. Considering that there will be underfloor heating and the tile thickness is 1 centimeter. On this side, there will be recesses on the left and right. And on the back side of the bathtub, an old rule is attached, which we don't mind using. First, we will cut with an angle grinder using a diamond-coated disc to the required depth of this kind. The work is dirty, but necessary. And after that, we'll knock out all the excess with a perforator chisel. That's it, we can start working. For this, we use a special respirator type on the face. Put it on, view is good.
And we will indeed require some additional context or details. Special and very highly esteemed headphones from our friend, the renowned specialist. And open the window so as not to get dust on the face.
There was a lot of dust, but it has all settled. Now we can make grooves with a special chisel. Using a spade-shaped attachment, we insert it into the chisel. The dust collector needs to be lubricated with a special gearbox mask. It is suitable for lubricating the drill. Its seating area here. Just a little is needed to prevent wear on the grooves in the drill and the hammer drill in the chuck. Let's insert the chuck together. Set the hammer drill to impact mode. For this, switch the mode here from drilling to impact mode, and you can start using it as well. Burning. I also break it into small pieces to prevent the brick from chipping. And the color was more even, and later the bathtub was more stable, staying in its place. Now we can measure how the bathtub fits into the strap. For this, we carefully guide it into the deep part, carefully tucking it in. We set it. It is in its place. Now it is necessary to adjust the leg so that it rests on its upper edge. The upper edge is obtained and make a marking on the back side for attaching the profile, which will serve as the rigid part. Supports for the back part. In the next step, it is necessary to take a straight edge and make a hole in it using a metal drill. The holes are made. We made marks in advance on the left and right of the bathtub, where it will be screwed to the wall. Approximately in this position, according to the marks. Now using dowel nails, 5 centimeters long, 6 millimeters in diameter. We will secure the straight edge to the wall. Here, our profile is secured. Everything is good. Let's check its rigidity. Brick with the help of anchors into aerated concrete with regular dowel nails, 3 centimeters long. Now, we just need to clean here with a dry cloth to remove any dust. Seal with sealant in the groove and apply a tile adhesive to ensure it fills well from one side and the other, and after that start installing the bathtub on the legs at about 50% within the frame. And to see its part, we choose the bathtubs. The bathtub, fuel, and set the filling rigidity and weave. Bathtubs in the shade from one side and the other. From one side there will be less space, so the addition on the film and the film will be less. After we seal, we place the bathtub support on top. Apply more, fill with juice and lay. Before securing the bathtub in its position, it is necessary to thoroughly go over the seam.
Sealant. A sealant with a polyurethane base effectively seals the bathtub joint from moisture and water exposure. Excess tile adhesive will need to be removed. And the gaps at the bottom of the bathtub's edge need to be finally filled with tile adhesive. Now the bathtub can be hung in its place until it is fully set.
Using adjustable legs, we set the bathtub level. After adjustment, the lock nut will secure the position, and they won't be pulled up. First, we collect the sticky tile adhesive and patch up the gaps.
Our siphon is a Persian manufacturer, made of quality plastic, so I think there won't be any issues with it. For this, it is necessary
to first remove the protective film at the point of contact of the siphon in the bathtub, both at the bottom and at the overflow point. Literally 2 to 3 centimeters in diameter. Then it is necessary to take the cover and unscrew the protective drain screw.
a flathead screwdriver used, and a stainless steel bolt, because if you use a regular bolt, it will rust and seize up, making it impossible to unscrew. Here underneath, there is a rubber gasket that should be pressed against the bathtub from the underside. On top, nothing is pressed except the metal we put on the gasket and place it under the circular hole in this position. The main thing is to avoid pinching and make sure the film doesn't get anywhere on the joint. Now the bolts, vegetables. We secure it. He knows how to do it. It's important that there are no pinches to ensure that there are absolutely no unwanted or unexpected pinches. We tighten with moderate force so as not to damage the individual panel.
And it is necessary to establish your position in front. Here a polypropylene gasket is installed. It should be outside completely, covering the self-tapping screw. We pull out the plastic wheel for carefully attaching the chain with the plug and with force, so that the plastic part does not break. Ensure it is properly aligned and secure. With medium button force. We connect to the siphon, the overflow, flange. Once you have everything set up, you can then carefully proceed to connect the siphon, which is an essential component, to the sewage system. This process involves ensuring that all connections are secure and properly aligned to prevent any leaks or issues. Insert it all the way in. Slightly twisting the extension. In the next step, we need an elbow joint. Also, we lubricate the Rowan with sealing. This is indeed an extremely complex compound. Like this, it is necessary to take the extension and install it in its place. After that, we connect the entire system to the siphon. Now the siphon is connected to the sewage system, and you can check how it works to ensure there are no leaks. To do this, fill the bathtub with water and use a flashlight to inspect all the joints and connections to identify any leaks.
Open the panel and check. Here's how the connection looks. There are no drips or leaks, which means we did everything correctly.
In the next step, take the aerated concrete. Apply adhesive to its bottom side, using a thin layer of tile adhesive, and place it under the bathtub between the supports for additional securing of the bathtub's bottom.
Soap. Half support on the side of the legs and gently press it to the floor for a tight fit against the surface. Alright, now we can proceed as planned and successfully without any issues.
I don't smell the gap that is between the bathtub, the poor bathtub, and the aerated concrete.
We set the foam gun feed to minimum in order to fill the thinnest whole days. I repeat, the aerated concrete in the subfloor adhesive should be minimal because it will usually be squeezed out. Under bathtub. You can place the button bottom.
So we press it into place. Now the work of installing the bathtub is finished. It stands firmly level, as per the standards. In the next stage, we will make Compton lips under it, which later on will be covered with a cap. You watched a video on how to install a bathtub on aerated concrete. Like, comment. Goodbye.